Have you ever thought about the fact that vanilla swords are pretty boring? Like, all they really do is just more damage, or, I don't know, more speed per hit. I don't know, just something like that. Well, if you don't like vanilla swords, we do have chocolate swords. In today's video, we're going to be checking out some modded swords for Minecraft. Since you don't like vanilla swords, I'll give you a chocolate one. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Alright, so to start off, obviously, we're going to fight some iron golems. They're a pretty basic mob to fight with like super overpowered swords. And also, I'm going to have some diamond armor. And then this is just for the extra boss, not boss, swords. There's not an extra boss, don't worry. But yeah, let's go ahead, spawn in like an iron golem or two, and start off with our first few weapons. And then there's our first iron golem. I'm gonna name you Timmy. You're not gonna live very long, Timmy. You're gonna last like, I don't know, one sword. Alright, we're gonna start off basic. We gotta start off with the coal sword. It's pretty basic. I don't think it'll change much, since all it does is give him blindness, which I'm pretty sure he's still gonna be able to see me. So let's see. Boom. Wait, can he seriously not see me? Oh, I know what I did wrong. I forgot that spawning in iron golems yourself makes it so that they don't fight back. So we're just gonna have to fix that real quick. Alright, we have our different mob now. I originally tried doing a zombie, but then I remembered it's always day. So I'm just gonna spawn in Mr. Vindicator. Yep, as you can see, fights us. Oh my god, he does a lot of damage. Wow. Well, there goes little Johnny. Deserved for fighting me, of all the people. Alright, but let's go ahead, move on to the next weapon, which I'm just going to pick a random one, closing my eyes. And bada bing, bada boom. A glowstone sword. This is probably the most useless item that we could have done. Oh, it has abilities. I forgot to mention that. Lots of these swords have like abilities that you can activate by either crouching or right clicking. But yeah, we're on the glowstone sword, spawning another vindicator. I don't know if we're gonna win this round. Oh, what? That's actually sick. It made him glow for a second. I don't know if that's supposed to be normal, but it says what it does. And the sand sword and the coal sword are basically the same thing. We're just going to leave the swords that we're not going to use anymore at the bottom. And the soul sword kind of does the same thing, except it has a chance of giving withering. So let me real quick spam click this guy, see if I can give him withering. I think I already gave him withering. Yeah, but pretty cool, but too simple for my liking. Let's move on to a better weapon. Not too much, but this one's basically the same thing too. Alright, let's do the lava sword, water sword, and glass sword, because they all seem to have some sort of like casing, I guess. Alright, spawn in Johnny number 3, I think that is. Oh, I thought the glass sword was gonna break on the first hit. I'm not even gonna lie. Also, that's a lot of damage for a glass sword. Let's move on to the water sword. Okay, so he has water particles, but I don't think there's anything really special about that. And a lava sword, this one actually does something special. Oh, wait, that's sick. With the water sword, you can like extinguish him, so he's not on fire anymore. I guess we can put these swords away. They aren't really cool. You know, I feel like these swords just aren't good. Like, these bottom ones that I'm using. I need to move on to something better. Like the cactus sword. This one's gotta be good. I mean, it's got literal spikes on it. How can it not be good? cactus sword. Is he gonna... Oh my god. But how's he hitting me? Hey. Oh! Bruh. Are we serious? The sword does damage to you. Probably the worst one of them all. I'm not even gonna lie. Alright, let's move on to one that's actually a little bit cooler, which is the slime sword. Now this one is actually like cool, because look what it does. So, it gives a nausea effect, which doesn't really affect the mobs, but it gives a jump boost, and it also pulls them towards me. Oh, that is not good. That is actually bad. Oh. Yeah, no, this sword is not good at all, but what can I say? Oh my, it makes you bounce. Like, and with jump boost, you just go crazy high. But that's insane. I do really like the way I made it bounce. Okay, let's move on to the next one. We've got the Ender Cat. Actually, it's too far. We got the Molten Sword, and then the Frozen Sword. You know, let's just pick up a ton of swords. Why not? Put Johnny at the end. Alright. Here we go. We have the Molten Sword. I'm gonna spawn in Johnny. Yep. All it does is just light them on fire. It's not really that good. It's literally just a lava sword. But like, worse actually, because it takes damage over time. Since it burns or whatever. Or melts, I guess. Alright. And then we have the Frozen Sword, which is way better than the Water Sword, as it gives slowness. A lot of slowness. Oh my lord. Wait, this sword is actually overpowered. Wait, I can probably face multiple Johnnies, let's be honest here. Okay. I can just spam click them, and I can slowly kill them one-on-one. Easy, right there. Yeah, this is like insane. I need to nerf this weapon, man. Alright, next up we have the Valhalla Sword. Oh. Well, it does lots of fall damage, I'll give you that. But yeah, it's really all it does. I don't know if it does anything else. I guess it gives slow falling. I don't know how, but... Alright, next up we have the Furnace Sword. Oh my lord, I am taking a lot of damage. Man, what does this do? So when you right click, it smelts items. Oh yeah! This is what this was for. You see, it's smelting the items for me. It does it really quick too. I thought it would do it slowly. It would be really cool if instead of using coal, it used like some sort of like XP system, I guess. Like, you know how you get XP when you kill mobs? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Alright, there you go. We have the Redstone Sword next. So it gives hunger and mining fatigue. And if you right click, I think it was? What? When you right click, it gives this. Oh, you have to right click the floor. It gives a lot of speed. It gives speed too. That's actually really nice. Alright, next up, I should probably eat because I'm gonna die with this one. Alright, it gives Dolphin Grace and all these other effects, but it's really just water. That's all it really does. So it's, you know, why did I pick out these swords? These swords probably not a good choice for me to pick out because they were water only, and I'm not in water, so bad choice by me. Alright, I kind of just picked out the rest of the swords because it takes a while going back and forth, and then we have all the swords now, so we can just simply go quickly through them. Starting off with the Neptunium Grab Sword. So it just attracts mobs to you. So is it just a slime? Yeah, it's just a slime. I don't like the weapons that attract them to you. I don't know, man. It's just something off about them. I'm trying to throw it to the side. Alright, let's see this. So far, it doesn't seem like it does much. How much damage does it do? Deal 4 magic damage. So it does do a lot of damage, actually. I take back. Why is the Neptunium sword so big compared to the other sword? Wait, is it like for all the swords? No, this one's also huge. The gas sword. I mean, it makes sense that the gas sword is pretty big, because, like, look how big gas are. Alright, we're gonna actually put these swords away, because they're too big to be on the map. But yeah, let's spawn in another Vindicator, and we're gonna move on to the message in a sword. Eh, what the? It says one thing in the chat. Why did the fisherman suddenly redirect his boat? Just for the halibut butt? I don't get it. Why don't clams give to charity? Because they're shellfish. That was funny. Said the same joke like 5 times. Is that all I can say? Oh, it has like a few jokes. What did the carp say to his crush? Don't play coy with me. I don't get that one either. These swords have like barely any durability. Alright. I'm gonna grab a few more swords. Just organize them a little. And we're gonna spawn in the next Vindicator. There's a bee in here. Eh. Get out of here. Wait, how do you use the gas sword? When right click, throw a fireball. It doesn't seem to be throwing a fireball. Yeah, no, it's not throwing anything. Well, I guess that sucks for the gas sword. Doesn't do anything at all. Useless. Alright, but now we have the charged copper sword. Now this one, I looked at it, and it's so overpowered. Look at this. Look how fast you can just swing this with like no damage debuffs from spamming. I just feel like that's super overpowered. Alright. Now we have this Totem of Undying sword, which already seems really overpowered. It gives you regeneration when you're hit. So wait. Oh my god, how much regen does it give? Oh, it gives like 4 hearts. Holy. Yeah, get rid of my hearts. Yep, I'm just gonna heal them right back. Oh my lord, it needs a nerf. It doesn't even take their ability away from it. Alright, what does the amethyst sword do? It does area damage. So if I spawn in a few of these guys. Okay, so that just seems to be the normal Minecraft area damage thing. But like, is that just normal? Oh no, I'm about to die. Please get away from me, sir. Oh my goodness, I lived on 1.5 hearts. Alright, now we have the Sword of Immortality, which I think is the exact same. Yeah, it's literally the exact same thing. Okay, well I guess we don't even need to fight with it, except for the fact that it just does more damage. Alright, Life Draining Sword. I'm guessing it's literally the exact same thing. Yep, it's the exact same thing as the Totem of Undying one, except it just doesn't have an ability. Alright, now we have the Sword of Fate. The dice seems to land on 1 and seems to vanish into thin air. The dice lands on 2 and it also vanishes. Okay. I'm confused. What is this supposed to do? So I'll just kill something at the same time? Yeah, no, it does like absolutely nothing. Maybe, because I feel like I took a lot more damage than I should have. Let me set it to 1. There you go. How much damage do I take? And I take like a normal amount of damage. Alright. But if I spawn it in at 6, does it change at all? Oh, it probably changes the damage I do. I don't know. It's a very weird weapon. I don't know how it works, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. We're just going to put all these away for now, because these are really just repeats of each other. Except the copper one. The copper one is just a beast in the field. Alright, let's pick up a few more swords. Alright, actually, let's put these swords away, because these ones have a chance of exploding, and I do not want that. Okay, Enderman sword is pretty good. Literally allows you to just teleport. And it also does pretty decent damage. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well, that sucks. I guess I just died because it was a stupid ender pearl. Stupid sword sucks. Alright, we have gotten all of our stuff back, and we're just gonna move on to the next sword. I don't like this enderman sword anymore. Alright, now we have the spider sword, which I don't know what it does. I'm guessing it just gives poison. Does it let me climb on walls? Ah, that would have been really cool if it let me climb on walls. If only this sword would have been like 10 times better if it let me climb on walls. Alright, next up we have the turtle sword, which can't tell what it does, but seems to just be a normal sword for now. Let me read the description. Oh, when shift right click, it does something. Oh no. Let me do it. It's not letting me get the effect. I don't know. Very confusing. It's not doing anything to me. Maybe we need to look at the floor. I guess not. Okay, well this sword also sucks. Except for the fact that it's humongous too. Alright, then we have the Guster sword, which it looks like it's just gonna give fire, but I guess not. Oh, so this one also gives a levitation-ish effect. Then we have this sword. This sword is actually kind of cool. It's better than the Enderman one, because it's not going to get me stuck into walls. You can set a location, like somewhere. And then if you hit and shift. Okay, so you're supposed to hit something and shift. Oh, you teleport them to that location. Now that just made this weapon 10 times better. So if I just like, boom, he just took some fall damage from that. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. Alright, next up we have the beacon sword, which it gives me an effect depending on which ore I use. Which is confusing. If you have a mineral, you get a random beacon effect. Okay, I see how it is. Okay, let's see. So now I supposedly have strength. Which it seems like I did. Strength 2? Okay. Doesn't seem like it's doing much. Alright, next up we have the Ravager sword. Which, let's see what it does. Okay, so it seems to do the same as the Guster sword. Except it might just do more damage. Also, it has like no durability. Oh my god, it does 16 damage. Holy moly. Guacamole. Alright. So we have gone through these swords. We're about to reach the end of the list of swords. Which is kind of disappointing. But, either way, this isn't all the swords in the mod. These are just the swords that I chose because why not? But yeah, start off with the corrupted sword. Did he just did it just despawn him? Also, what happened to my corrupted sword? It turned into a normal netherite sword. Well, goodbye, Mr. Vindicator. I feel bad for you. He just got sent to another universe. Oh my god. So much XP. Can you just spam it? You can just spam it and farm like infinite levels. That is, it's so satisfying, the sound. Just gonna let you guys listen for a bit. Never mind. I guess I won't let you listen for a bit because the game decided it did not want to make that sound anymore. Alright, we're gonna move on to the Shulker sword. And it's really cool because it has a shulker box inside of it. And obviously it gives the I just noticed this guy's a flag. Gives a levitation effect. I don't know for how long though. Well, now I have a new achievement. Now that's cool. Even though I'm in creative, I can just get like every achievement. Alright, then we have the chocolate sword, which I just ate a chunk of it. What is it? It gives... What is it doing to him? so confused as to what it just did to him. Alright, so if I take damage, I'm hit him a few times. Now if I eat it, does it heal me? Oh, it does. 100% it heals me. Alright, then we have this, which I'm not going to even try pronouncing. But it does fall damage? Wait a minute. He didn't even get moved. It also has, like, no knockback, which isn't the greatest. But it does do 14 damage. Holy. Alright, then there's the Tame Sword. Which, what does this do? Well, that is horrible. I am dying. Get away from me, you weirdo. Well, bye-bye, Mr. Vindicator. You loser. I'm sorry. Alright, then we have this one, which it's a nether sword. Don't know what you want. All it really does is just give a fire effect. Oh, and it also gives a wither effect. And it does the same thing as the furnace sword. Alright, then we have the last few swords. We're going to start off with the Vex one. It's pretty simple. It can give me invisibility, actually. Let me take off all my armor so I can just go invisible like a Vex. And then shift right click gives you no click. Oh. It just makes me into a spectator. That's all it does. Can I go back into normal? Thank you. I think the sword is broken. Like, absolutely gone. I'm gonna real quick get myself another sword. Alright, we have gotten myself another Vex sword. Because the other one is gonna break in like one hit, I bet. Let's see. Will it break in one hit? I don't know. Oh, I guess. Oh my god, I forgot I had no armor on. I actually got so scared. Oh my god. Thought I was cooked. Alright, when right click gives invisibility, which does not seem to be doing that. Probably because I kind of use the like thing that takes the longest to reload. And then when you are hit, absorb Vex and repair the sword. What? I don't know. I'm just gonna kill another one of these guys until the sword breaks. Oh my god! Why do I take so much damage? I feel like these guys are doing more damage than usual. Does this sword make me weaker? I don't know. I feel like it does. Okay. We're going to move on to our final swords. I guess we can't really use the final ability because of how long it takes. But we're going to move on to the final swords, which is the crystal sword, which has 20% chance to explode, which I do not like. And then it has a wither sword, which also destroys stuff. So, pretty destructive of things. That's why I wanted to kind of save it for last. And I guess let's start off with the crystal one, because why not? Okay, so it has a 20% chance of something happening. Which does not... Oh my goodness, that was a jump scare. Why did the game decide to jump scare me like that? Also, the sword sucks. It did damage to me. Alright, we are back in the arena, but it is kind of destroyed a little. But we're gonna move on to the last sword in this video, which is the wither sword. Also, my diamond armor is almost entirely wrecked. But yeah, basically, normally, it just gives the wither effect. Oh my god, what wither level does it give? Oh wow, it gives a pretty high level of withering. Do you think he can just die to it? I guess not. Alright, then, we have the ability. Which, don't know how it works, but... When you right click, it gives you a wither rage effect and destroy the block around you. How does that work? Oh, you have to shift click. Doesn't seem to be destroying the blocks around me. Which kind of sucks, but that's alright. Oh, you have to use it like dead already. Please let me escape. Let me out. What is this effect? Wither Rage, which I don't know what that is. Okay. Seems like they kind of just forgot about me. Which I will take to kill them. Die, die. Oh my god, I might have spawned too many. No, I died. Well, I guess we couldn't really kill all the 64 Vindicators, but if you guys enjoyed that video, go ahead, like, subscribe, check out some of my other content. It's awesome. I promise you. Actually, maybe it's not the best, but I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.